an audience, he don't know what everybody's going through, but just hopefully something he's talking about will touch you in some type of way.
Definitely. Hey, y'all. We up? Oh, okay. What's up, family? Can y'all hear me? Did we do mic check today? We did mic check. Make sure you when you talking, we can hear you too. Cause sometimes
I like to be on your
I
show, on
know
all the
I
shows.
understand, but Nick, we be wanting to hear what you saying too. And when I
got
listen to
you,
the
sis.
playback, I can't hear you,
I got you, sis.
and I be all in. Hey y'all, thanks for tuning into the JONCEA show. What's up, y'all? We done made it another Friday. Thank God. I have made 2 Fridays in a row COVID free. Shit. Look, around all these niggas out here. These parties and these shows and leave. So even though I haven't taken a test, but let's just hope I don't feel like I got COVID. But today, y'all, I have one of the greatest people in LA on my couch. I'm so honored. I am so honored. Like, I want to give you a standing ovation
Oh, stop
because
it.
of how
Then
dope
stand
you
up then.
are.
Then stand up
I
then.
am gonna stand
I mean, damn,
up.
if you gonna say
see
that,
my
I mean, do that. That's okay.
I got my man. Now y'all get to see my stump.
Thank
Now,
you.
now you making
You
me
are a
see my
beautiful
stick.
black woman. That don't even matter. I appreciate the standing ovation out the gate. In fact, good night. I'm out of here.
And he's out.
Because usually when I get standing ovations,
It's
I
time to
leave.
go.
It's time to
when
leave.
it's time to
Head
go.
back to the hotel.
But I got Alex Scott right. I mean, Alex Scott. Oh my
Nigga,
God. Alex
after
Thomas right
all
here.
that bullshit, I think he's one of the greatest comedians ever. Give it up for Rufus Montgomery. I'm sorry, nigga. What is your name?
Give
Alex
it up for
Scott.
Denzel Washington.
Right.
My bad.
Jesus Christ.
Alex Scott is a comedian in D.C. Shout
I
out
don't
to
give
him.
a
My
fuck
bad.
about
My
Alex
bad.
Scott.
My
No, just
bad.
playing.
My bad. My
Alex
bad.
Scott, wherever you are, nigga. Salute.
Alex, you know Alex
My name
too.
is Alex
This
Thomas.
is Alex Thomas,
Yeah.
y'all. I can't believe I said that. I did that before.
After all
I did that before the CP.
It's okay, Jamaica. So what were you saying? I'm quick. I'm fast. I do this for a living.
He is the best. Alex,
Yes.
I just want to first off say thank you for joining me here
Thank you.
on the JONCEA show.
Thank you for having me, and I just have a feeling I'm about to have fun.
And on
Because as long as I've known you, every time I talk to you, like, you're just silly, you're funny.
we just have fun.
You
We
just
just have fun.
man. That's all it is.
But on behalf of the comics in my class, because you know we got classes, right?
Exactly.
You were just talking about
Generations.
how
classes.
long you've been doing this and your class and the
This is
things
my
that-
30-year anniversary this year.
Oh my God, I'm not even 30. No.
I know, right? Jesus. I've been telling jokes your whole life.
You've been telling jokes since before I was in my parents' sack.
Exactly.
No, but
Speaking of that, I don't mean to cut you off. But speaking of that, that's my intro now. Every time I go on stage, no matter where I go in America, it happened for real. It's a true story. I was in maybe like 2 months before COVID, sold out show, Kansas City, a young comic, like an Instagram generation comic, bought me up. He's just being honest, never met him in my life, right? He goes, man, this next comedian coming to stage, oh my God, this dude's a legend. I grew up watching him on TV. Oh my God, I was 5 years old when the Jamie Foxx show came on. I believe I was 2 when Don't Be a Menace. I was 6 when the Def Comedy Jam. Give it up for Alex Thomas. Man, I got on stage. I was like, thanks, nigga, for making me sound like I'm 79 in this bitch. I said, you might as well have been like, oh, this next comedian coming to stage marched with Martin Luther King.
Is my grandfather.
Yeah. He did 2 episodes of The Jeffersons. He was the baby in Roots. Give it up for Alex Thomas. So that's just my intro everywhere I go now.
Alex is going to have me dying laughing the whole time.
But you know, it feels good, though, because at the end of the day, hey, man, to still be relevant 30 years, you know, making people's mamas, their grandmamas, all the way down to a 20
kids,
or 21.
our kids.
It makes me feel good. That means I did something right. It's like
And
a
you're
great
still
song.
doing it. And you're
Thank
still
you.
doing it.
Thank you very
But
much.
what I wanted to say was on behalf of every comic, I want to thank you for being who you are. And I will say, breaking that down, just thank you for being down to earth. Thank you for not being too high for us. Thank you for not being better. Thank you for being consistent. Thank you for being honest. And I'm just saying this on behalf of the comics in my class because we all talk. We all, you know how it is. But
Hmm.
you're a comic, meaning you're like our favorite, one of our favorite comics, and it's
Thank you.
not just because of your comedy, because you're funny, but you're approachable. And I have a story, and this is why I'm very honored for you. And I know you don't remember, but that's what the greatest thing about memories and
Right.
you just dropping jewels on people.
Right.
My very first week, I came to LA. You were performing at the Comedy Union. You were headlining. Okay. So Guy Tori was hosting
Hmm.
that night, and he let me up. I want to say I don't know if he just knew me from, I was kind of with his brother for a second,
Hmm.
as far as us working with his brother on the East Coast.
Hmm.
But when I got here, I told Guy I had just landed. He's like, "What's up, JONCEA? I just landed here. I moved here, blah, blah, blah." And he let me go up. And I introduced myself to you. And
Okay.
you were like, "Oh, you new to LA and you're a comic." And I'm telling them, I'm telling everybody I'm in DC.
Right. Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm from DC, this and that, this and that. Just making my rounds or whatever.
Right.
And
Right.
you
Right.
was like, "Here, take my phone number." You don't even remember. If
I
you need,
don't.
if you,
That's
you
crazy.
still have the same exact number to this day, by the way.
Hey man, I'm not running
This
from the
was
feds.
10.
I keep to say that money has made that number's made me millions of dollars in this game. I'm not
This
changing
was
it.
10 years ago.
Wow, I did not know that.
And exactly, you said,
did not
"Take my
know
number,
that.
and if you need anything, call me." That's what you
Wow.
said. And you gave me your number. You didn't know me from Adam. And you have never, ever changed. Like, you've never been, it's so many celebrities here. People that you work with daily, people that respect you, people that, you call me. You call me. JONCEA, you want to do something with me? You want to do this? Or how?
Absolutely.
I mean, I just thank you for being, I don't think you get the recognition you deserve, should I say, for being a light. And every comic, even when you was at Brent's show, and the way he brought you up, just for being a light and being someone that could be a part of our dream, a part of our community. We can't call certain comics and be like, "Yo, can you come work out in our room?" It's
Right,
like,
right,
"Yeah,
right,
right.
right,
Who
right,
are you? Why?"
Right.
You've never been that person, and I do believe that is why you are consistent in your career. I'm
Well,
telling
let
you,
me tell
little
you
jewels
something.
like that.
You don't know how much I appreciate that, and I want to start by saying I'm one of those guys that tell people I just happen to work in Hollywood,
Yeah.
but I'm not Hollywood. I think it has a lot to do with I grew up in South Central LA. I'm from LA.
Okay.
I'm born and bred here. And what happens is 97% of my peers in this game came from somewhere else.
Yes.
To come to LA, to become stars, to become movie stars. So it kind of, I don't know if it comes with this manual of how you're supposed to act and be. My whole thing is, man, way before I ever told a joke, way before I ever was on TV, way before I did movies, LA was my backdrop. And keeping it, I ain't even use that word because everybody uses it. Keeping it real was just all I know.
Yes.
It's like, I'm that dude, yeah. Even though I know Will Smith and Wayne Gretzky and Jamie Foxx and Denzel and Shaquille O'Neal, I still got niggas I've been shooting dice with that
The
I've
homies.
known since I was 12.
Ray now.
There's still parts of LA that, this niggas won't go north of Wilshire, right? I'm like, nigga, way before I was in Hollywood, there's still this beautiful city. So I say that to say, people will see me places and straight up tell me, "What are you doing here?" Nigga, you on TV. Nigga, you know Eddie Murphy. What you doing over here? Nigga, I'm here to buy these K-Swiss and these white t-shirts because I'm at the Slauson Swap Meet.
What do you mean? This is where the swap meet
Stars
is.
don't
You
come to the
understand?
swap meet. Well, nigga,
No.
I do, because nigga, before I was a star, I came here to get some socks. Okay, so why am I gonna change? People think when your tax bracket changes, you should know, man. I thank God for allowing me to go to Sherwood Country Club, to have dinner with Will Smith and Joe Pesci and Arnold Schwarzenegger. But guess what, nigga? I might go get some hot wings with the homies I grew up there, the Crips.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Niggas that just got out of prison. Like, nigga, I still love them too. So it just kind of made me well-rounded. So to say what you say, I've never been the type that, oh, I'm at a certain level now. I can't talk to an amateur comic, or I'm at a certain level now where I can't even have a conversation with you. Why, man? That's how people learn. That's how people grow. And then you never know, you may be the next one to blow up, and you may have something for me. It's all relationships.
And the thing of the matter is, you're everywhere.
That's part of the hustle.
This man is everywhere, and you are someone that if you really want to be a great person, a great comic, look up to Alex. I'm telling you.
Thank you.
Look up to Alex Thomas. And I always say this about our career. This is just a job, like everyone else. We just chose to do the job in the limelight.
And I chose a job that I love.
Yeah.
And when you do something you love, it doesn't feel like work. I mean, you ask any professional athlete, you ask anybody that's great at whatever they do. I don't care if you're a plastic surgeon, you a pimp, or a brain surgeon, or you a claims adjuster. The best at what they do, it's not work because it's what they love.
Yeah.
You know, you don't feel like you're getting up and going to work. It's just crazy, man, telling jokes all over the world all these years. It's like you're coming out to laugh and have a good time. I'm going to work, but it doesn't feel like work. You know what I mean? Because it's natural. You can tell people, if you ever watch a comic and you can look at them on stage and go, nigga, this is not for you.
Yeah.
Like, I can tell your heart, your soul, your passions, and you look like somebody that somebody said, oh, you know, you can get money doing this. And then you could tell somebody on stage, you can be like, that nigga genuinely loves what he does. And give a fuck less what y'all think. He's having a good time. And those are the best comics because that translates to the audience. If you're having fun on stage, chances are I'm gonna have fun watching you.
That's how I am. I believe that you shouldn't even do comedy, but that's not my business if you're not naturally naturally. But I mean, whatever. We got a million of those out there. To each his
own, exactly.
But the thing is, what I say is, it's our job, but we're not better than anyone.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. We just chose a job to have a job in the limelight, but we still are on the same level. We're still people. And that's the thing that you portray to us. It's like I'm still a person. I'm not better than you.
I don't go off of credits in life, man. That's just not my thing. I can't see, because I've seen it with my own eyes, and I'm not going to mention names. I'm around a whole lot of superstars that I know for a fact that dude wouldn't talk to you.
Oh, yeah.
I know for a fact that he wouldn't go over there and speak to that dude, and that dude, because he's immediately thinking, they're not on my level. I'm totally opposite. I'd be like, he eats, sleeps, and shits just like me.
Exactly.
You never know. He might say something that may motivate and inspire me. And yeah, for the fact that you said that, I get a lot of the young comics that come up to me like, man, this is what I hear a lot. Man, the OGs don't even fuck with us. I'm one of those OGs that when social media came around, because obviously you got to understand, I'm famous before fucking social media.
Yeah, no.
Before Facebook, Instagram, all that kind
started.
of shit. Right. That's just something new. So I realize, hey, man, it's a tool. Mm-hmm. I wish I did have Instagram, Facebook, and all this shit when I was coming up to help me promote, to help me this and that. So I looked at it like, oh, okay, I could utilize this to help what I'm doing. But then when I started seeing non-funny motherfuckers blow up, when I started seeing non-funny or non-talented motherfuckers blow up, I was like, oh shit, nigga, I'm about to super blow up. If I got some type of talent. If that social media shit can take nothing and make it something, oh, I'm definitely gonna add that to my arsenal. Mm-hmm. So I'm not the OG that knocks the Instagram comics. I'm not the OG that says, sure, that nigga. Now, you hear me talk about it a lot because I'm telling the truth and I'm telling my real feelings. I just had a problem for a while when these guys were calling themselves comedians.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, nigga, you're funny for 30 seconds. Nigga, my grandmama could possibly be funny for 30 seconds. That's not a comedian. Yeah, I'm not knocking what you did. I understand that video you did the other day
and you can
in your
edit.
living room.
You can edit your funny.
Yeah, and I can see how that got 11 million views. Nigga, the true test for me is, here's the mic, nigga, you're next.
Yeah.
Go in that room over there and make them 400 strangers laugh for 30 minutes to an hour. That's when I'm going to find out if you are a comedian. No, you are a nigga to make people laugh real quick and funny. And I hate to say it, but a lot of times social media has alleviated the work part.
Yeah.
You're not... blood, sweat, tears, work ethic. That's huge in it, whether you're a basketball player, singer, or whatever. This shit took work. Yes, there are some people that slid through the cracks.
Yeah.
Got famous instantly. Got famous quick. But man, there's gonna be a point in their life they're gonna wish they knew the answers on some answers, or they wish they had some type of work ethic, because there's gonna be a point in your career you're gonna need to know certain things, and you're gonna be exposed.
Okay, hold on 1 second, Alex.
Oh, we got callers?
Yeah, we got. Oh yeah.
All right, well, come
John
on, callers.
Cena show be pumping.
Holler at us.
Callers, stay where you're calling from. Stay your name and welcome to the JONCEA show. What's up?
Caller.
They got shy. Okay.
Y'all call it.
Hey y'all, don't get shy. Call us. Oh, I'm just.
Holla at us.
I look. Where's the number? I don't have it anymore.
So I have respect. Can we still talk?
Yeah.
I have respect for the ones that, okay, yeah, you're Instagram this, but you started to work on your craft. Like, say, like a DC Young Fly.
Yeah, he did.
Or like Rito Brown, guys that, I mean, there's
Rito
more.
was actually a comedian because we were on the East Coast.
He started out comedy.
Yeah, he
first?
started out comedy.
Oh, I thought I found him.
You found him on the internet.
And now I see that he does stand
No,
up.
he definitely was doing stand up on the East Coast.
I appreciate the guys that realize, hey man, this
What
shit
happened
takes
was
work.
we just basically had to evolve.
Yeah.
That's what, because I hate all of that internet stuff. I probably wouldn't post if I didn't work at All Def and Russell didn't have a meeting every Wednesday telling us how the internet was basically like rap music in the 80s.
Yeah.
Like, this is why I have my YouTube show. He's like, right now, it may be nothing, but in 20 years, boof, you know? He's just like, do it.
Yeah.
No matter what level, you have to evolve with the times.
And I get it. I totally get it.
I hate all of that. The skits, and I don't do them as much as I used to. Like when we first, I was with all of them, Jahan, Batch, all of them back in the day.
Right.
It was just taking too much of my time up, and with no money, and people weren't giving you the credit you deserve. Because I used to write, Alex, I used to write those things, act out in them, watch them go viral, and my name wouldn't even be on it.
Well,
I'd just
did
be
you
in it.
ask for your name to be on it?
I mean, I don't even know if I asked or not.
Right.
It just should be, considering I came to you with the idea. We did, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know, but I don't need. That's the thing where I say this is why I attract to you. I don't need credit from anyone but God.
Now here's the flip side of credit.
Yeah.
Credit will get you paid.
Yes.
See, your credits, in a way, as an entertainer, that's kind of like all you got. Mm-hmm. And people, whether you like it or not, they do go off credits. Well, you can say, I worked with such and such. I was on this show. I did this movie. That carries weight.
True.
Why? We're in a town where everybody thinks they're a comedian. Everybody thinks they can sing. Everybody's an NBA.
Everybody's a star.
Everybody's a cook. Everybody's a model. You know, I can go for another hour just saying that. Because social media has made, for the fact that you got a goddamn phone, you could be that nigga, you could be that bitch. Okay, for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
That's why it's instant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know the old saying, I hope you enjoy your little 15 minutes of fame. Nigga, that's what this shit right here has made a way to fuck around and accidentally get famous. Mm-hmm. But then again, it's gonna be like a one-hit wonder. Yeah, we heard about it. I saw your little shit.
Be Vanilla Ice.
Nigga. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't funny. You can't hold that weight on that stage. And I've seen it. I ain't gonna say no names, but I've seen it so many times. And it's just like, girl,
JONCEA.
Dude, like,
I've seen
stop.
niggas with 11 million followers and they got 11 minutes of jokes on stage.
And they get booked. They're the ones getting booked.
But not for long.
Because they got the following.
Yeah, I know. But then there comes a time where you can't even fool and lie to your own fans after a while.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be, hold up. The same nigga that had me dying for 30 seconds, this nigga can't do 6 minutes on stage. Mm-hmm. Okay, you might get him once. You might get him twice. But nigga, you're not going to have this thing called a career.
There it is.
You understand me? Are we in this to have one song? Or did you get in this business to have one joke? Did you get in this business to maybe do a movie once? No, nigga. You want a career.
A career.
It's like when I had been, rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle was a cool ass brother. I had been saying that for years about the marathon, but it's just my way of saying it. I said, this is a marathon and not a race.
Yes.
I know a lot of fast niggas that can race you and beat you real quick, real fast. Well, you want to win one race, or do you want 30 years in the business where you can take care of you, your grandkids, your great-great-grandkids, and leave a legacy?
You want a legacy. There you go.
So that's what I'm saying. You know how many people I started out with during the Def Comedy Jam days, Comic View days, and are nowhere to be found, not knocking them, not hating. I don't want anybody to see this and be like, oh, this nigga just trying to act like, no, I'm just telling the truth here.
Yeah.
Whatever the reason may have been, whether it was jail, drugs, life, baby mamas, whatever the reason, they weren't able to continue doing this. I was so blessed to be able to still be here. And that was just because of work ethic, persistence, loving what I'm doing, and realizing it is a journey. It's a marathon and not a race.
And not only that, though, this is what, because a lot of people are always asking me, well, how'd you get this and how'd you get that? Your spirit got to be right. God does the elevating.
Absolutely.
The man don't do the elevating. That's why when I said I don't need your credit, I didn't need you to put my name on those things. It's okay. They can see.
Oh,
they
know.
But God, if you stay consistent in who you are, God does the elevating.
He does.
And I can look at you and see why you have the longevity you have.
Thank you so much. Well, first of all, the Lord is in my life.
Exactly, but your spirit is right everywhere you go.
Well, I appreciate
everywhere you go. You're not downing us. You're not knocking us. Even when we don't have a good set, you're like, okay, you did this, that, this, and that. This was good. This was that.
Right.
You just, and you know what you are? You're like every other person that's from LA. It is a difference between people that migrate here and people that are from here.
We have a saying for that. I say,
what is it?
I grew here. You flew here. Now, what were you saying?
That's a fact.
And don't get it twisted. I am not knocking wherever you're from, because first of all, I get love in every city in America. I've been selling out shows for 30 years in every single city in America. So I love, I don't want people to think I meant anything like, well, fuck you, didn't know. I said, I grew here, you flew here. That is okay, because that's the truth, right? But I get what you're saying.
I came from a city that reminds me of the real people here.
Yeah.
You can't pull that bullshit.
Shout out to DC. Shout out to the whole DMV.
Think about DC though. When you go to DC, you can't slack there.
Not at all.
They will stir at you. You can't not be funny coming from DC.
She said they will stir. You hear that?
They will stare at you.
That's that DC. That's that DC Baltimore.
They'll stare at you like.
Yeah.
And say you not funny. Listen.
Yeah.
I be having to tell my friends and stuff on Instagram. I mean on Facebook and stuff. They'll be like, I paid all this money and this person was terrible.
Yeah.
Or that person was terrible. We went to the MGM and they was they inboxing me. Like I ain't got nothing to do with none of that, y'all.
Like JONCEA, you need to let that nigga know.
I just spent such and such for this person.
Yeah.
And she was and I'm like, look, I don't have nothing to do with
The truth comes out.
that.
And you know what the beautiful thing about stand-up, it's been known as the hardest thing in the entertainment business since the beginning of time. But the bottom line is, for the fact that them people said that, don't get me wrong, comedy is a preference. Not everybody's going to love everybody. Mm-hmm. But the bottom line is, they paid that money to come see you. At least you can give them a show. And to me, when I hear stories like that, that tells me somebody's either lacking, slacking, or they're thinking just because of who they are, that they didn't have to come with it live. Sometimes people think, I'm such and such. You see my movies. You see my TV shows. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I spent $125 to see you tonight, nigga.
Let me
your
tell you
TV
something.
show and your movie ain't going to save you tonight for the hour that I paid for you to stand there and tell me some jokes.
I'm not going to say no names.
You don't have to, but you know what we talking about.
I was on stage one time, y'all, with this comic, right? And I opened up for him. It was both him and I on the show. I opened up for him. The first show, because we had an 8 and 11 o'clock. The first show did amazing. He did well. Then he went back, I guess, to his room or whatever, did his drink, his coat, whatever he did. He came back for the second show.
A different person.
Let me tell you something. They were literally saying during his set, and I'm sitting there, I'm a new comic. I'm like probably 1 or 2 years in, probably shouldn't have been nowhere near opening for people, but I was just that blessed, just that funny, whatever it is, right? Put the big black girl back on the stage. Boo, get down. You terrible. That girl was way better than you. And I'm sitting there like, no, don't say that. They're never going to let me perform for them again. But
that's
you know what?
Crazy.
It showed me, that I never wanted to drink before I performed. I don't do that. I do not. It just taught me. And then I was a businesswoman anyway. I had my own salon and all that in D.C. before I moved here. I was already a businesswoman, but it showed me that this is my real job, and I want to be professional as possible.
That's good. And that's a good note, what you said, to a lot of young comics, because unfortunately, you know, the whole history of comedians, we're looked at as people that are sad, depressed, alcoholics, drug addicts, and there is a lot of that in this business.
80%.
You know, the whole, the whole turning your pain into happiness and all that. I get that. But unfortunately, it's also been the demise of a lot of people. So, and people think that they have to be in a different state to get, like when you hear, you know, strippers say, oh, I got to get fucked up before I get on the pole. That's horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. You're probably a low self-esteemer, or not too many things went right in your life for the fact that you're on the pole.
That's what I was about to say, but I ain't
And I
say
can
it.
understand that you got to get high, but that's just a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, you can't tell another grown person what not to do. The question I get a lot, since it's on the topic, man, 30 years in this business, man, like how did you stay away from drugs and alcohol? And I have a real simple answer. I had about 5 or 6 overdoses in my family over the years. I saw it growing up. I saw how drugs, alcohol can kill families, can kill people. So the last thing I was going to do is get into that when I got into Hollywood. So by the time I got to Hollywood, I'm like, this is the shit I saw in the neighborhood.
Same.
It's the last thing I'm going to do. So I never got into drugs and alcohol.
Same.
Now, when it comes to alcohol, so you know, just because I know how people are, nigga, I seen you the other night with a martini. Yeah, nigga, I'll have a martini. I love what do you call it? How am I gonna forget all of a sudden? The Mexican drink, the Mexican
Corona?
not a Corona, the drink.
I don't know.
You can go to any Mexican place, margarita.
Oh yeah, margaritas. I like
Fucking
margaritas.
love
too.
margaritas.
Yeah,
You know
like
what I mean?
margaritas.
I'm that social.
It's a social drinking
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, but I'm not the nigga that wake up in the morning and before I brush my teeth, I got a shot of Hennessy, nigga. You know what I mean? But again, not knocking people that are alcoholics out there, because you know people, anything you say now, you got the joke police and people out there. How can you? I'm just talking in general. It wasn't for me. I'm talking about Alex Thomas right now.
So I got
You
a
know what I mean?
question. I got a question. Let's just go back for a second. How'd you get started in entertainment? And we know this was 30 years ago, so you don't have to put out no actual age that you got
no,
started.
I'm just
but
saying, goddamn, we got 3 hours.
we have as much time as we need.
I'll just try to make it as quick and as possible. You probably didn't know this about me, but I grew up in the entertainment business. I was an entertainment baby. And what I mean by that was not by accident. My dad was in one of the most famous bands of all time, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Really?
So I grew up, there's baby pictures of me in the studio with Stevie Wonder, Sly and the Family Stone, James Brown, and Janet Jackson, all when I was younger, because my dad, he was the wind of Earth, Wind, and Fire. So my dad, Maurice and Verdine, started Earth, Wind, and Fire. They were called the Phoenix Horns. And my dad, Alex Thomas Sr., Maurice, and Verdine came up with the words, the names, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Okay.
So my dad was with Earth, Wind, and Fire my younger days. By the time I was in fifth, sixth grade, let's just say that was 1980, he was no longer a part of Earth, Wind, and Fire. Still friends of the family, but he was producing. He produced Minnie Riperton before she died. And so I was around music. So long story short, my mom's a classical pianist, played at every church in Los Angeles, and my dad was on the horns, but they kind of forced me to be a musician. I grew up with 2 pianos in the house, can't play shit. They forced a horn in my mouth, can't play shit. I ended up being a fucking comedian. So that's just the beginning.
Okay.
I'm trying to do the cliff notes for you. About 15 years old, I'm a straight hip-hop dancer. 15, 16, there's nothing bigger in L.A. than pop locking and breakdancing. I always got to say pop locking and breakdancing because when you just say dancer, niggas think splits and doing ballet and being on poles. No, nigga,
I had you in tap shoes when you said that.
Yeah, you had me in tap shoes, nigga. No, I had Pumas and shell-toe Adidas. Hip-hop was new. And
you was doing this.
Like every other young nigga in L.A., right? So long story short, 15 years old, I'm on Soul Train. I'm on Soul Train from 15 to 20. I'm just giving you my timeline.
Yeah, no.
So you could be like,
I didn't know your
okay.
age, but I do know you were on Soul Train.
Soul Train from 15 to 20.
Because you guys know you can YouTube Alex on Soul Train. Do you know that?
It's called I Was a Soul Train Dancer. If you all you got to YouTube is I Was a Soul Train Dancer, it'll probably blow you away for all the people that didn't know.
Yeah.
But I didn't even know they made a show about that. I went on the 4th season. They had 4 seasons of people that went on to be famous that started on Soul Train. Because for the younger generation that's watching right now, they don't understand. At one time, it didn't get any bigger than Soul Train. Soul Train was our MTV. Soul Train was our BET.
Yeah.
Whether you were Michael Jackson, Marvin Gaye, Diana Ross, or motherfucking Richie Pryor, nigga, everybody wanted to be on Soul Train. So me as a 15-year-old, and I'm going down the line, so I'm getting the shine. Nigga, I'm a local hood celebrity.
You was the man.
I had bitches at 16. I'm 17 years old with bitches already. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Excuse my language.
You had all the women.
Excuse my language, nigga. The pop locking nigga got my balls licked for the first time.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can I cuss on here?
Mom, don't pay attention to him, Mom.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh shit, I cussed.
Yeah, you can cuss. Yeah, you cussed him many times, but you can do that here.
I can cuss?
Now you got to be yourself here.
Oh, okay.
This is the living room. This is the name of my show. It's the living room. Me and you, what we would talk about if we were sitting in the living room.
Okay, so I got my balls licked, right? For the first time by a Soul Train dancer. And the bitch, no, I'm just playing with you.
What was her name?
No,
because one of my aunts was
I'm not going to put names out there. No, but I was little local celebrity. And I was the dude on Soul Train that just, even though I could dance my ass off, I had everybody laughing all the time. So now you got to cut to 15 to 20. That's junior high and high school. So high school, I get class clown.
Yeah, I was class
best
clown
sense
too.
of humor.
Yeah.
But I wasn't saying, hey, vote for me in June, class clown.
Nobody.
I'm going to be a comedian one day. I didn't know I wanted to be a comedian. I was just like, damn, I'm meeting all these superstars from being around this entertainment window. So to answer your question, that's how I started. And then I'm trying to be not long-winded. Rosie Perez and I became best friends.
I seen that.
And by her being the star on the show, and I'm her little protege, I'm meeting stars and everybody, they can dance, but the nigga always has people laughing. Is he like going to be a comedian? And I mean, I didn't know. That led to In Living Color. After In Living Color, that's where I met Damon and Keenan Ivy Wayans. They talked me into being a stand-up comic. The rest was hits. My last dance audition was Remember the Time.
Ooh.
Michael Jackson, and I couldn't get the routine.
It was too much.
Nigga, it was too much, and you had to get the routine in like 10 minutes, and I was like, nigga, dancing is done. And I picked up the mic that year.
But to be fair, that was a different type of dance in that video, okay?
Oh, of course, but see, you got to understand, just a little insight to let you know this. Fatima and all my other friends that were the choreographers, we were all from the same circle. So if I wanted to continue on with that, I could have.
Yeah.
But I had one foot in it. Maybe I'm going to start this entertainment, this stand-up shit everybody's been talking to me about.
Yeah.
So the passion wasn't there for dancing anymore.
Yeah.
So shout out to all them that ended up doing what, like, what's so funny is now I have babies. I have a 6'4" and a 1-year-old, and I'm showing them all the Michael Jackson videos.
I didn't know you had another baby. Y'all
We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that.
Oh,
but I gotta tell you.
I know about the other two.
I'm about to tell you. I showed them the Remember the Time video, and I'm literally pointing out all my friends to my 6-year-old. I'm looking at the video, and I know everybody in the video.
Yeah.
Because we all were. That's that time of dancing. Terrence and Big Les and Oliver and Fatima, all these people, and I had to explain to her. That's right when Daddy stopped. And like literally a month or two after the Remember the Time, I started doing stand-up in 91, and the rest was history.
Wow, 91, I was on 6th grade.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
So the funny thing is with me, I always wanted to be a comedian because I had saw Eddie Murphy Raw.
Same
and
here.
I was like, man, I could do that.
Yeah.
I seen him as a child. Well, whoever that person was pretending to be him, I think it was Bud, if I'm not mistaken, from whatever his
funny.
name is.
Bud.
Somebody, I don't be knowing celebrities' names, and that is so terrible.
You just know the character name.
Yes.
Well, that's how black
That's why I
folks
couldn't
are.
work at TMZ. They gave me a list. I was like, ooh, the girl from E.T. He was like,
That is
you
so
didn't even know
funny.
Cameron Diaz. You're not gonna be able to do. He said,
Black
we want
folks
you.
do
but
not read credits.
all I gotta do is just hear somebody on the bus say, "Oh, Cameron Diaz," and I'll be like, "Cameron Diaz, Cameron Diaz." Like,
Right,
like what?
right,
Work
right.
with me, people, but
Right, right.
they, you know. But that's
People
another.
still to this day, JONCEA, they won't know my name, but they be like, "Oh, they go Clyde from the Players Club."
Yes.
I'd be like, "They go Fino from the Jamie Foxx show." Like, I'm like, "Nigga, you don't have a real name, right? My name is Alex Thomas."
I called you Alex Scott, so you already know I knew you
Man,
was
you had
Clyde.
me all crazy back then. Yeah, you called me Larry Johansson.
It was dead serious.
Right.
You are the greatest of everything.
Let me tell you something, Alejandro Pena.
Ike, turn up.
Right.
It's here today.
Boy, that was the funniest mistake ever. Out the box, too. Like, Jesus
I
Christ.
did that to CP. Called him Clayton after I gave him this huge introduction, and I was like, I am so sorry. Like, oh my God,
Well, you know who it happens with a lot. Hey, it's just crazy. You know him. He's a DC nigga. I love him. We boys. But everywhere I go in America, Ashy Larry. I'm like, no, nigga.
Yeah.
That
You
is
and Donnell.
Donnell, right? But
You
then
and
he
Donnell.
gets Alex Thomas. And I have to tell people, no, I was famous before that nigga. Okay? Dave Chappelle and I, we started out together. We homies. But way before the Chappelle show, I was already on TV and movies, and I'm happy for both of them. And Donnell got famous from that. But then when I tell people like that, they put the timeline together. They like, oh yeah, that's right. You were before that nigga. But, so we joke about it. We joke about it all the time.
I love me some Donnell, man.
Love my boy. He's hilarious.
Shout out to all the comics that's here that are older from home, because when I moved here, I don't think a comic had moved here within 10 years, and they like cradled me, took me in as their baby, like Dominique, Donnell, Red Grant. Like they really like they took care of me. Yeah. They really.
I mean, that's what you're supposed to do.
Shout out to them. Like, y'all are really one
and
of the
everybody
reasons why
you mentioned,
I'm
cool with all of them. I love them all. I'm not. I didn't go through the beef type shit. You know what I mean?
I was struggling so much, and every time I seen Red Grant, he would give me $100 bill.
Are you serious?
Every time.
Shout out to Red Grant.
Shout out to Red Grant, and I would.
He's running for mayor in DC,
yes,
right?
Yes, he is. I'm
Shout
so proud of
him.
him.
I'm proud of him.
I would literally go to comedy shows that he was hosting because I knew he would.
That's crazy. You know you're gonna get it.
I'm like,
get some
man,
cash.
I hope he give me that 100 today because I'm messed up.
Did he ever have you go on stage in front?
Oh yeah. Oh my
Okay,
God.
okay.
He's the only reason why I got on certain stages that you couldn't get on.
Right.
Like when you first came here, you know, you couldn't really get on stages for a while, but Red got me on. Red got me at the Improv. He was the host of the Improv.
That's good.
He got me on that stage because Spike was tripping for a minute.
Okay.
He finally did let me up eventually, but Red got me on a lot. Donnell got me on at the and I'm talking about when I'm fresh here, 3 months. Like I was blessed. I got the first week. Guy let me up. You know, I was just blessed.
And that just shows your personality goes a long way. And what a lot of people don't understand in stand-up game, personality has a lot to do with it. Jokes is just a part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
They don't understand because let me tell you something. I've met some people that are kind of okay on stage. You get off stage, that nigga is a complete asshole. I mean, like day and night. Like there used to be, and I'm not gonna mention names, but with everybody, I'm not gonna mention names. But there's a nigga that he would kill, and he get off stage, and the nigga would bomb in around friends. And we're like, nigga, you need some offstage material. Like, God damn, nigga, you were okay on stage. You got off stage.
I mean, you was okay.
You suck as a person, nigga.
You're awful.
Nigga, you said hello, and I wanted to boo you. So,
you're just mean.
Yeah, some people it's not their personality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People that meet me or people that know me, people that know me for years, they go, that's really that dude.
No.
I don't change. Like, if you saw me in the mall, 11 a.m. on a Tuesday afternoon, nigga, I'm the same guy on stage.
That's one thing I love about you. You are so approachable, and that's how I'm going to be. Because I know I'm going to be a mega superstar one day, and
yes,
I want to be approachable. I don't want all these like bodyguards and people that really care and people that really put you on and watched you and supported you. I don't want to be like that.
You just brought up another thing. You're bringing up so many things that I have stories about. Like, no matter where I go, whether I'm in D.C., Virginia, Florida, Tacoma, San Diego, or Houston, Texas. Let's say I'm in a cigar lounge. Let's say I'm playing golf. Mm-hmm. Let's say, nigga, I'm walking through a mall. Fans will come up to me and be like, where your bodyguards at? You don't have bodyguards? I'm like, in a real, calm, humble type way, I'd be like, I never did the bodyguard shit. First of all, God's got my back.
That's
Okay.
the only bodyguard you need, right?
Amen. And then second of all, there's a beauty to being a comedian. We don't go through and have the problems that like rappers have. Like, unfortunately, you hear about, being a rapper nowadays, nigga, is probably one of the most dangerous jobs in America.
Yeah.
These niggas are getting killed on a monthly basis.
And they're making money.
They're making money
so quick and so much, and
Yeah.
people are hating.
And a lot of times lyrically, they be on that fuck you and fuck this city and fuck that and fuck your mama. Good night. And the song go platinum, right? Like, nigga, we make people laugh.
Yeah.
We make people smile. So with that being said, killers and gangster niggas love me.
Right.
Nigga, no matter where I go in America, I could be, and wherever you tell me the worst neighborhood in D.C. is, say there's a little mall somewhere, and I go in there, I'll see a nigga, and this nigga look like he killed somebody in the last 24 hours. This nigga will look at me.
Took out a family.
Nigga just took out a whole family complex. And this nigga come up to me with the biggest smile. Hey, nigga, let me put my gun down. Let me put my gun down. Hey, nigga, could a nigga get a hug? I'm like, okay, because you look like you need a hug, man. Give him a hug, and like tattoos on their face, bloodshot, high, drunk. But that nigga be like, hey, nigga, I grew up on you, nigga. You one of the funniest niggas ever, nigga. Jamie Foxx show was my favorite, nigga. I love the Players Club, nigga. I seen you in the watch. So I don't have that problem. Yeah, I see that nigga right there, and I'm black, and I'm a hood nigga myself, but I just know who's who. And yes, he does look like a nigga with several felonies. He looked like he has stabbed and shot people before. But guess what? That nigga has a funny bone too.
Yeah.
He probably was in prison watching one of my comedy specials. It's different with comedians. Niggas don't come up to you like, fuck you. Niggas come up to you like,
that's true. How they do? People be like, hey girl,
nigga, can a nigga get a picture?
Right. That's true.
That killer nigga looks ticklish.
But you know what? The Bible. I'm gonna pull out the scripture real fast. Says that laughter is healing. So just imagine
That's one of my
the
hashtags.
power
Amen.
that God gives comedians.
Amen.
He trusts you to heal his people.
Man.
How can we not do what God trusts us to do?
Man.
To the best. How can you
Speak on it, Sister JONCEA.
I'm trying to tell you though.
Amen.
How can you not be a person like Alex, who embraces the new generation instead of pushing us away or acting like you better? How dare you push away people that God is trying to help heal?
Right. Let me tell you something. I'm getting. Well, I'm on the same topic. I'm not switching it.
Yeah.
But there's the street knowledge part of me. When I say I was born and raised in South Central LA, yes, half my family's Crips, half my family's Bloods. Told you about overdoses, gangbang, all that shit. I just happened to not go down that road. Right. I'm the epitome that not every dude from South Central LA was a gangbanger. Yes, I know it. The culture is what it is. Nothing against any of them. My parents just made a serious effort that I didn't go down that road. Right. I say that to say I still had the street awareness.
Yeah.
Right? And I know who's who. I can size a nigga up and tell that nigga's a problem. That nigga, if you talk bad about him, he might come back here and shoot up the club.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So one city, I don't forgot what city I was in, JONCEA, but there was a drunk heckler, and the nigga was fucking with everybody. Like when I tell you, let's say there was 6 comics, that nigga was having an amazing heckling set. Like, nigga, he was mowing down comedians left and right.
He was taking y'all with the gun.
Nigga, he was killing the comedians. They were mad. The club was going to bring security in. They were going to try to kick him out. But all this commotion, remember, I'm the headliner.
Whoa.
I don't need all this commotion
before
I go on stage.
The energy.
I went on stage and asked that nigga to come on stage.
I know, right? That's smart.
Like, I addressed the problem immediately. This nigga came on stage. This nigga smelled like Newports, Hennessy, and Struggle. Nigga,
okay.
right? Bloodshot, tattoos. That you could tell he's a real thug-ass nigga. I brought him on stage. I interviewed him. I talked to him.
That was your
laugh. Made him smile. Security thought that he ran on stage. I'm like, no. I asked him to come up here. I used the Jedi mind trick.
Yes.
I flipped it on him. Subliminally going, hey, nigga, you destroyed all these other comedians,
but
you're not going to fuck with me tonight because, nigga, they
won't.
paid to come see me, but I made him feel good.
Mm-hmm.
That nigga sat there, and you would think he was a church mouse. Nigga didn't say a word, tears coming out of his eyes because he was laughing so fucking. I had to flip it real quick.
Yeah.
But my point is, the majority of the room, and it just happened to be in a white city, they would have kicked him out. I'm like, no. You don't kick that. Do you see the gun tattooed on his neck? Do you see the tattoo tears coming up? That nigga will go outside.
That's how many people he killed.
Yeah. Those are tears of murder, nigga. He would go out there and break in everybody's car.
Everyone.
And then shoot up the club. Like, really? So they were so happy that I did. I just had to flip it. But if I didn't have my street knowledge and I wasn't afraid, he's a black man just like me, man. Yeah. I know you don't fight fire with fire.
Right.
Especially not while the show is going on.
Right.
I don't need that nigga to commotion. Now I can't do my set. I flipped it on him, and it was probably the best things I ever did. But long story short, took pictures with him, said hi, and it made me think of a story. I saw something on TV. They said, what do strippers in America, and I hate that they had to use black African Americans. They said the average African American stripper in America between 19 and 25 and thug nigga in prison, what do they have in common?
What?
Daddy wasn't there.
Oh.
Right? This is serious. Daddy wasn't there. That nigga that was selling cocaine by 17, that nigga that was a hardened felon, probably killed several people, did all kind of heinous shit in the streets, there was no father figure there.
Oh.
This is like scientific facts. These young black men end up having to be fathers at 16 and 17 when they weren't even. It's almost like, how can you expect this dude to make the right decision when there was no man in the house to be an example, right?
Yeah.
So that dumb decision that he made, 16, 17, 18, put him in jail for 6, 7, 8 years. All he needed was a man to be there to be like, yes, no, don't do this. You're not doing that. You're going to have your ass in the house. And at the same time, be a good example. He wouldn't have went down that road. That girl on the pole, why did she lay down at 16 and get pregnant, and by 19, 20, she has 3 kids? There was no man in the house to be like, no, I love you. Your daddy loves you. Not the first nigga that says you have a fat ass. Not the first nigga that compliments your Reeboks, and that was enough for you to give the booty up.
Yeah.
So where did she end up? Pregnant or on the pole? I say that to say, all back to that dude.
That's
Probably ain't never had a nigga be like, hey, what's up, bro? He's so used to conflict. He's so used to niggas greeting him like, what's up? It's unfortunate black man to say another black man in the mall don't even know you, and this nigga's ready for gunplay. Nigga, all that nigga needed was a hug.
That nigga just needed some love.
Can I say something, man?
Yeah.
I love to do this, 'cause I love to shout my pops out, and I love to
turn it
big
on.
up black men.
The speedster,
But
Donald Caldwell, a.k.a. Speedy, what up?
facts.
Shout out to
Growing
Speedy.
up, I grew up with my mom till I was 10. Right, my mom 5 foot nothing. From
Okay.
LA, light skin.
Mhm.
So all I seen was violence, nigga.
Oh, you saw us what?
Violence. You say something to my mama wrong, she firing on you. She not taking no chances.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I dealt with issues as a young man. I didn't know. When I moved with my father, I got to see a man argue with somebody, not fight. I got to see 2 men fight, hug afterwards. I got to see him and Mark Howard got in a fight and have to drive home together in the car at the gym.
Yeah, yeah.
My dad would watch me and my brother fight, not hitting each other in the face, and then say, "Go hug your brother."
Wow.
And then he would,
That's called a great example, brother.
So as I became a man and I would get into conflicts with other men, first thing I would realize is he didn't have no dad. That's why he want. You don't want to fight me. Why you want to fight me, nigga? It's really you don't have no father.
Yeah.
So you don't know how to deal with a man having a different opinion, having a conflict, having a disagreement. You don't have.
Can they see you right now?
No.
Damn, so we're hearing all this
He's
great
like
shit
the
from
nanny.
you. Do they hear him?
Yeah, they hear
You
me.
know how
I
the
always
nanny
stay
and the
off camera,
Muppets,
yeah,
you
yeah,
never.
yeah.
He's off camera.
So what you just said to me, our people didn't even hear it?
They
No,
heard
they
it.
hear.
Oh, okay, because I'm
No,
about
they
to
hear.
say that's some deep shit, and I'm replying to you,
No,
so
they
I don't
hear. They hear.
want
They
to.
hear him, but they just can't see
Oh,
him.
they just
can
can't see
only
him,
see
okay.
us.
Yeah, so it took me a while to realize like how important that was.
Mhm.
Just my pops, he ain't gonna sit down and give no long speech,
Mhm.
but just being there, being a real life example, being somebody who didn't smoke and drink. I could look at my dad and say, damn, my dad is cool.
Yeah.
He cooler than these niggas.
Right.
My
Yeah.
dad told me one time, he said, hey man, it's soft as hell to be in a gang. And as a kid, that's the coolest shit. And I said, what do you mean? He said, you need a bunch of niggas to protect you? I said, what's going on, man? You know how to fight? He said, that's soft, man. Hang around some women. Don't hang around a bunch of niggas. So that saved my life.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I got to high school, you got to pick a gang. That's the rules in LA.
That's and that's where you grew up. What area?
So in LA, I was over in Crenshaw.
Off of? Because, Crenshaw's a big street.
47.
I'm a real LA nigga, because when you say Crenshaw, you got to tell me what street, because I'll tell you what
These
set.
niggas is fighting over thugs, y'all.
Right. I'll tell you what set, nigga. Crenshaw and what?
48th and 7th, right by churches.
What's that, woman?
Right by Church of Chicken, 48th and 7th Ave.
Okay, so that's Bloods over there.
To the left side.
To the left side.
Crenshaw High is where all my
Crenshaw,
family was.
right. Rolling 60s. Right.
So my mom got me up out of there. But when I moved out here, it was all the gaming was getting busted to the valley. Mm-hmm. So it was the same.
Because they was getting kicked out of everything in L.A.
Exactly. But luckily, I had my dad.
These niggas bonding on the JONCEA show.
No, real. Because, look. No, I'm happy to hear another man.
Both of us made it out.
Yeah.
Black men don't get enough respect in this world. So
right.
I just
well, I really appreciate that, and I have to say, shout out to all the black women that had to be mama and daddy, because they had such a hard job. But just imagine how better the bond could be for not only the house, but the children if mommy and daddy are there. And that's what made me the father I am to this day.
Shout out to my mom who's
Hi,
watching.
Mama. What's your mama's name?
My mom's name is Mama.
Mama, that's all you know.
Renee?
Mama Dixon?
Look, what is my mom's name? Renee?
Right.
It's so weird.
You grown, you don't even know your mama's name.
I know, but it was like Renee. But shout out to my mom and dad who were together forever. Mm-hmm. And we were raised, it was 6 of us, and we were definitely raised with a mother and a father.
That's good.
Unfortunately, a lot of us still did whatever. Probably
that's why you turned out to be the person that you are today. Have you ever had this compliment? People come up to me and they just may say, not even know me a long time. I can tell you were raised right. That's simple compliment.
It's so important to me. And people say it's a bougie thing, but it's so important to me to have a man that was raised with a mother and a father. Absolutely. A lot of people get offended by that. Look. Are you offended by that, Nick? Oh, you was about to clap?
And I'm backing you up. I want to back you up by saying,
because
you are not, I feel like I always have to do this, you are not knocking the people that didn't have it. You're just simply saying how you feel and how it affected you. But you're not. Now people instantly want to jump on the defensive.
We have different. And I had a guy that I was messing with, whose father was there but not there. However that works. Mm-hmm. And we always. My father was such a great dad to me. Mm-hmm. I want to say, because my siblings have a different story. A lot of them. I don't know where parents were in certain stages of lives or whatever. But by the time number 6 came, they clearly was in love, because I'm so-called the love child. That's what I've told. Yeah, that's what I've been told my whole life. I'm the baby.
But doesn't love child mean it could have possibly been with somebody else?
No, love child means that they was in love when they had you, nigga. They wasn't in love when they had
okay.
They really wasn't. They didn't really love they loved each other. Like they older now. They established, grown, and all the kinks have been worked out, and here you come. Really what it was I had to come. Because y'all be tripping. I ain't even going to talk about my...
Well, you had to come because your daddy came. But what were you saying?
My daddy came that day. I looked just like that man.
Do you really?
And he was a clown. My dad was so funny, y'all.
Wow.
He was so... Like, everybody in the neighborhood would sit up under my dad all day long.
Wow.
I got a story, literally, all my friends decided to skip school one day and didn't tell me. I was the only one in school. I come home, they're all at my house, chilling with my dad.
Nigga, and you're the one at school.
I'm like, why y'all ain't tell me we wasn't going to school today?
I could have stayed home.
Like, come on. My father would literally come in my room and be like, are you going to school today? Like, that's how cool of a dad I had. And he was so funny, but my dad said he was always stage fright. So on his deathbed is when I went to him and was like, I'm going to start doing comedy. Like, this year is my 13th year in comedy. Wow. He passed away in 2010, and I just remember saying, Daddy, I had started comedy that April. And I went to him and I was like, Daddy, I'm about to be a stand-up comedian. Like, I'm going to finally do it. Because this is something I wanted to do since I was 7.
Wow.
But that shit don't make sense to people in D.C. See, here, if a kid says, I want to be a stand-up comedian, we put him in classes, this and that. We breed this comedian.
We're going to build a stage.
Oh, right. Right. But in D.C., it's like, no, you're going to be a school teacher, a doctor,
a lawyer,
in this motherfucking government.
Right.
Period. Ain't no comedy.
Right.
Ain't no you about
Ain't
to
no
be
time
no
for
singer.
jokes.
Oh, my mom literally told me that is my excuse to be a clown in class. That is your excuse? No, it's not happening.
That's funny.
And then when I used to always say, when I get old, I promise you, I'm gonna be a comedian. When I get old, I'm gonna be a comedian. I turned 30 years old, and my friends dared me to do it, and I did it as a dare. And if you funny, once you in,
and
you
look
in.
at you now.
It's like crack.
And look at you
And
now.
I'm about to be 44. So I'm
That's
just
a
letting
great
you know.
story.
I'm just letting you know. But I forgot where the fuck I was going with this
'Cause
shit.
we
Oh,
just
my
having
dad.
fun. We
Because
just
my
talking.
dad was so awesome.
Yeah.
On his deathbed, he said, "Go get him, baby," because I could have been Richard Pryor. That was his era. He was like, "I could have been Richard Pryor, but I was afraid. So you go get him.
Yeah.
Go get him for me."
Yeah.
So every time I think about that story, and my mom, the first time she seen me on stage, she was just like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry."
Yeah.
Like she said, "I'm so sorry" for like 3 hours straight. She said, "I didn't know.
Yeah.
I did what I thought was best for a mom, but
Right.
you should have been a comedian." She should have been doing like Dave Chappelle's parents was doing and Martin Lawrence's parents did.
Driving them to the club and shit.
15 years old,
Right.
they couldn't drink, they just did jokes and left. Like, that's how funny I was.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
class clown in every grade you could
But
be
you know
class
what?
clown.
It ain't too late.
No, it ain't.
You
I'm
started.
here.
You started when you were supposed to start.
I started at 30.
And you're here.
And I moved here at 34.
Wow.
And they were telling me, like, I'm not going to name no names. Well, I will. Forget it. Fat Doctor was the first person that told me I am not ready to move to LA.
Wow.
You're not ready. You haven't experienced enough comedy. Now, mind you, I've been up and down the whole East Coast or whatever, right? I don't know what ready is. I don't think anybody's ever ready. I don't think there's
You
no
just gotta
ending to
do
this
it.
thing.
You just got to do it.
And I remember Tony Woods, he was one of my mentors. He said, "Y'all leave her alone," because we have this DMV comedy page, right? He was like, "Leave her alone, let her go." Everybody was like, "You gonna be back?" I went, I moved back. You ain't did this and that. No, y'all don't know the type of person I am. Period.
Yeah.
If you looked at my accolades, when I first got into comedy, I got my own comedy room. But that's because I was a businesswoman, not because I had
that
comedy.
means you a hustler out
Yeah,
the box.
that's all that was. That's all that was.
Right.
But if you looked at the person, I'm not about to let anything conquer me.
Yeah.
I
Well,
had
there's a
too
saying,
many things.
JONCEA. There's a saying, and I know you've heard this before. It's called "Misery loves company."
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately,
It's still like
okay,
that.
nigga, it didn't work for you. Okay, you came out here, it didn't work. You cannot even start to tell me what my destination is and what I'm gonna do. I may be a little bit more devoted to this than you. You may have started and whatever your reason was for stopping, but I'm not gonna let your negativity or your non-belief stop me from doing what I'm saying. It's a saying, hey man, ain't nobody gonna believe in you more than you.
Exactly. And nobody's going to care more than you about your own destiny.
Exactly. So
That's
another thing I
stone
hope
fact.
you learn, and I've learned in my 30 years of being this, you can't let everybody know everything.
Your left hand.
You can't let them know about that every move. You know, there's certain thing. We're on social media now. Social media is cool. You can say certain things, but there's people out there, and again, I'm not. We're very similar
that's
because
a
I'm not
fact.
mentioning names. There's a whole lot of people that you and I both know that they don't want to see you do bad, but they just don't want to see you do better than them.
Better than them.
And they ain't gonna try to help you. But they wonder, how the hell is this motherfucker doing all this?
Yes.
How is he still relevant? How is he still working? How is he just nonstop content? How is he still here? Hey man, there's a whole lot of avenues in this business. When I found out early in the game, hold up. So there's other ways to get paid in this? You mean I can write, act, stand up, animation, produce? All right, nigga, I'm going to get a check in all those. Because guess what? It's all better than going back to a regular fucking job.
Yeah.
I had one job and one job only in 1990. And it was the first and last job I ever had. And I've been blessed for 30 years to not have a regular job. So I must have did something right. And what people do is they tend to try to compare you to other people.
Yeah.
You can't go off other. I'm super happy for Kevin Hart's success.
Yes.
I love what Cat Williams and Mike Epps and several list of a whole bunch of people have done. We all had different paths.
Yeah.
I was before all those guys, but I'm still here. But a fan or somebody, you ain't Jamie Foxx, you ain't Chris Rock, you ain't Dave Chappelle, but they're not Alex Thomas. We all have different routes. I look at it like this. We all made it to the league.
Exactly.
It's like this. I got to use sports examples a lot. Let's say the NBA has 28 teams. Let's say there's 400 dudes playing in the NBA right now.
Right.
But there's only 10 that are the LeBron, the Carmelos, the Michael Jordans.
The KDs.
The guys, the KDs. The niggas that make the $30 million a year.
Yeah.
Right? You know how many niggas make $10 million a year?
And $2 million is fine.
You know how many niggas get $5 million a year?
That's fine.
Okay, LeBron has 31 cars. Nigga, I have 6 cars. Do I need 31 cars?
No, you don't even need 6.
So
yeah.
I don't compare
Like,
myself
right.
to those guys.
Right.
We all in the league.
Because y'all all in
We've
the
all
league.
made millions of dollars. Yeah, Kevin may be a billionaire by now, and that's great. He probably has done 97 movies. That's great. Okay, my little 25 movies is enough for my family to see the world too. It's enough for my family, for my daughter to be in the best private school in America also. I'm just saying that to say, with no hate in my heart, hey, man, stop comparing yourself to other people.
Yeah.
You can make it, he can make it, and there's room for all of us.
Everyone.
It doesn't have to come with hate. You're not going to see a lot of comics or people say they're happy for you. I really genuinely mean when I say I'm happy for Kevin. I'm happy for Mike Epps. I'm happy for Cat Williams. I'm happy for Chris Rock. I'm happy for all, because there was room for us all because I'm me. I had my own style.
Yeah.
Never ever once while I go on stage just be like, that sound like some Chris Tucker shit. Or that nigga sound like DL. I saw him, but that nigga kind of sound like, no, nigga, I'm me. Always have been me. And it's so great to be me. I love being me.
Not only that, we love you being you.
Thank you, JONCEA.
Like I like I said, you're just a diamond, man. I don't even know if I could express to you that
I wish I can give you a hug, but
I'm not like on no groupie stuff, but I'm just saying that if I had to pick out of the people you made to say, who would you want to do such a automatically? The one whose phone number, and I do have the other one's phone numbers.
I get it.
I happen to get it a certain different way or whatever. But the one who genuinely said, take my phone number if you need anything. I will never forget that. No one will ever know who's going to be Jay-Z or who's going to be J. Cole. No one will ever know at the end of the day.
And relationships at the end of the day in this business
is way more important.
Everything.
Oh
People, like one thing, you can only imagine, my DMs. I get, you would think I was a bad bitch, okay? Nigga, I get so many goddamn DMs. People
so funny,
sliding in my DMs. But in my case, it's not the bad bitch. It's how can I be a superstar? Help me become a superstar.
The funny thing is
how'd you get in the movies?
That was one of the questions.
And I'm always honest with all of them. I'm honest with everybody. I'm like, bro, I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to you. I lead by example because I don't have the answer. I'm not the one. Now, I will give you a quick little answer when I give answers like, hey, man, my name's sus, nigga. I live in South Carolina, nigga. I'm the funniest nigga in town. I'll be like, that's good and that's great. Find a stage. And that will let you know if you, man, I want to be an actor, man. I'm down here in Montgomery, Alabama, nigga. These niggas down here, they don't even, okay. There's got to be an acting class down there. And they say, man, for the fact that you told me that, man, that go a long way because I can't make you be in the next movie. All I can tell you is prepare yourself so when the opportunity comes and you really might tell some jokes, you at least were on a stage.
A friend of mine named Maya, she always says, hit the ceiling where you are first.
Ooh,
hit the
deep.
ceiling. Isn't that good?
That is so great.
Hit the ceiling where you are first.
Hit the ceiling where you are first. It's funny.
Then move. And I felt like when I was 4 years in comedy at home, I felt drowned. I felt like it was nowhere else to go, nothing else to do. And I had to make a decision. Do you want to be the world's greatest hairstylist or do you want to be the world's funniest comedian?
Yeah.
And if you've hit the ceiling here, only place you can go is Los Angeles to see if you could ever accomplish that.
It's crazy
whether you hit the ceiling or not.
It's crazy.
You got to go, though.
I've been saying the same thing for years, but just not that saying. I like that saying because that sums up way quicker than what I usually say. I usually say,
hit the ceiling where you are.
Yeah, I just never said it that way.
Yeah.
But what's your friend's name?
Maya. Maya Chavon.
Is she around? Does she listen?
Yeah, she's from D.C. She
okay, Maya, wherever you are, if you're watching,
she's here.
Alex Thomas is going to start using that when I'm on the phone or when I'm in my DMs.
Yes.
Because whether you're calling me from Tacoma, Washington, or you're calling me from Oregon, or you're calling me from Alabama, my saying usually is, stay where you are, work your ass off in your hometown before you can come to this major city. Because you got to try to perfect your craft as much as you can. Now, you're never going to perfect your craft because no human is perfect. I've been doing this shit 30 years, and I'm not even close to perfect, right? Yeah. But you know what I mean. Yeah. Work on something. And then come to this big city. Because what's going to happen is this big city is going to punch you in your mouth.
Oh.
You could be the baddest bitch in Memphis history. Guess what? I hate to
Let me
say it.
tell you
I'm not
something.
being mean. You're a hot 6 to us, nigga.
Let me tell you
And
something.
You come to
No.
L.A., you got to get to the back of the line because there's
Oh my
tons
God.
of beautiful women. I'm the funniest nigga in Alabama. Great, nigga, and I'm not knocking you. Come to L.A. and get in the funny nigga line. There's billions of them.
Listen.
You got to work where you at first before you move to L.A.
I have never been to a place that put me in my place so many different times.
Like L.A.
And everything in D.C. that I touch, blow up.
I hear you.
Everything I've ever touched blew up, period.
So it was time for you to move on.
But Los Angeles?
Oh, yeah.
My God.
It's the truth.
I love
As
it.
fake as it is, it is
ah.
the truth will hit you in your mouth.
One thing I will say about this place is the weak must go home.
The what?
The weak.
Nigga, the weak. You know how many U-turns the weak have made?
The weak. No, I'm talking about. Oh yeah.
No, we saying the same thing. The weak
must go home.
They bust U-turns left and right.
Listen, they say 30,000 fly in a day, 30,000 fly out. This place right here. The only reason why I would say on record is 3 people. The reason why I'm not gone. One being Chris Rock, and I tell the story a lot. I'm gonna sum it up super quick to you right fast. I had just got my car stolen, blah blah, all the stuff that happened that day out here.
Okay.
Chris Rock slides in. Like, I can't wait to one day just have him sitting on his couch so I can tell him, you know. Chris Rock slides in like a freaking angel. Sits beside me. I'm at the Laugh Factory. I don't even know why I went to the Laugh Factory because my life was so fucked up at that moment.
You went up there to watch or perform?
To watch. No.
Just
I was
as a
new.
fan.
I was only here a year. I wasn't even performing. I have only performed on the Laugh Factory stage because Donnell let me up there like 3
So it was
times.
like a chocolate Sunday night?
It was a chocolate Sunday.
And you're just sitting there.
I'm just sitting there.
And you're just watching the show.
Chris Rock walks in. I'm sitting, you know how it is upstairs, right? I'm sitting on the end, and it's a seat right here on the corner.
Where the DJ usually is?
Yep.
Okay.
Chris Rock comes right in. I swear to God, he looked like Pookie. I got pictures.
That's funny.
Nigga looked just like Pookie. Nigga was
funny.
high. Man.
For the people that don't know, shout out to Pookie Wigington, the man who runs Chocolate Sunday. Okay.
No, not Pookie Wigginton.
Oh, you meant Pookie as in New Jack City.
New Jack, nigga.
Nigga, I'ma hurt you.
Nigga.
You back to calling niggas by their character names. That's hilarious. But Pookie still is the dude that runs Chocolate Sunday. So when you said
Shout out
Chocolate
to
Sunday, you see I thought that's what you were
Shout out to
talking about.
Pookie.
Right, okay.
But no, he come in, he high as a cootie kite stuck in a tree.
Right.
Okay? He comes and he sits down beside me, and he's like, how you doing? And I said, because I had been crying. I didn't put no weave in, no wig, I didn't even no makeup. I was like, I'm not good. And he said, what's wrong? He really cared. He was like, I don't know how I attracted this spirit. But he came in and he was like, what's wrong? I said, my car got stolen. All my clothes were in my car. Dirty drawers, bras, everything, because I was about to wash my clothes the next day. But but the parking was it's so messed up in Hollywood. You know, when you move here, you don't know, you either move to Compton or Hollywood because you don't know. That's the only thing you know when you're on the East Coast.
Ticket your ass off.
I'm just saying, I moved to Hollywood. I pulled up, put on my clothes.
What year was this like?
This is when I first moved here. This was probably 2013.
Okay.
So because I moved here December 2012.
Okay.
So this was around 2013ish.
Okay.
Definitely somewhere up in there. It was crazy.
Okay.
But Kamira, you know Kamira White.
Yeah.
She gave me a car. Like, I just be getting blessed. I know.
Jesus.
She gave me a car.
Like it was a shirt.
Like it was a shirt.
You need an extra
I
t-shirt.
think she gave me
You need an extra Corolla?
I think she gave me more cars than clothes. No,
that is crazy. Okay.
But she gave me a car. I pulled up to the door, put all my clothes in, was going to wash clothes the next day.
Okay.
Had my clothes in the car, and they stole the car. It was a 93 Camry. These Mexicans stole it. How I know it was Mexicans is I got it back in the car. It was beyond souped up. But anyway, that's another story.
I thought you said you got it back and there was hot sauce bottles
No.
and tortillas in the
No,
front seat.
no. It was rims, painted, flags. I was like,
Oh,
whose
wow,
car is this?
really?
It was, and they stole it again. It was their car, though.
Where the hell? Were you living in East LA?
Hollywood. No, I was living in Hollywood.
Okay.
I was living in Hollywood, down there where the transies be walking.
Okay, yeah.
Right off of San.
They'll get you over there.
Yeah, they got me. But what ended up happening, he came in, and he said, well, what's wrong? I said, my car got stolen, like all my clothes. I ain't had no clothes. My shoes was in there, everything. Because I would take off my heels. I was on 34 back then. So I would wear these high heels, take them off and throw them in the back and put on flip-flops to drive home. So when I performed somewhere, I would just grab a pair of shoes out the back seat.
Right.
Gone. all of this gone. And Chris Rock was like, oh, that don't happen to everybody out here. He said, you're going to be a mega superstar. You're not even going to be a superstar. You're going to be a mega superstar. And he said, but the only way you could be a mega superstar like all of us, you can't leave. He said, and it's going to get worse. He said, you think you're going through something now?
Basically, never give up. He told you to never give up.
He said, I can't leave. No, and his exact words was, no matter what happens to you, you can't leave. Then he got his extra high butt up. That's all he said. He got up and he left.
Didn't even go on stage.
Didn't perform, didn't say, look, I ran to him. I was like, can I have a picture, please, to remember this moment?
Did he take it?
Yes, he did. I will show you the picture. He was like, sure. Snap the picture with me. I got 27 filters on this joint because we both look terrible, okay? Look, snap the picture. Then after that, everybody was coming up to him trying to get a picture. He told them all no.
Yeah.
And he left. He completely left. He came in to tell me that and left.
That's crazy.
And that is, I'm telling you,
story.
every time I go through something, I hear his voice saying, but you can't be that mega superstar if you leave.
Yeah.
He said, we all went through it.
How do you know if you give up?
You'll
never know if you
and
give
he
up.
told me it was going to get worse. And
The day you give up, that could have been the day you blew up.
Man.
You know that, right?
Man.
Everything's a phone
First
call
of all, I
away.
feel like this place, all the things that I went through and lost and been homeless and washed my ass in Ralph's and all that, I'll be damned if I leave this
Wash my
place.
ass in Ralph's.
You hear me? They knew me.
That is
Hey,
funny.
Alex, they would be like this.
Is
"Hey,
that a
John
story?"
Cena." I don't know if it's a story, but it was my damn life. Like, they knew
On
me.
a regular basis?
Oh, they knew me in Ralph's.
Did you
I
live
lived in
next
my
door to
car.
one?
I lived in my car.
So
and I
you
had to
walk
wash.
in with bags.
I walked in with my bag.
And you're
Because I
not
couldn't
having
afford
any
the
groceries.
gym anymore. Hell no. It was 5 a.m. And they would be like, hey, John C. I'd be like, anybody in the bathroom? I'd be like, I went in there and washed.
Man.
I did it. And I remember calling my mother. She's the second person. And that's just the reason why I wouldn't leave. And she would be like, no, baby. Because she's super spiritual. She's like my angel side. My dad was like, if two opposites could meet and marry, that's what they were.
Wow.
Dad never went to church. Would debate with my mom about the Bible all day. It was great. It was the greatest thing ever. But he was fun. He believed in God. He just didn't believe in all the extra stuff that my mom used to do. You ain't got to do all that. You do the most. But she said, what you should do is just thank God that you could wash up in the grocery store. Are we thanking him about the soap and stuff that's in the grocery store? And it would always flip my mind.
She'd always find the positive in the negative.
In everything.
And that's the type of people you need in your life.
Man, she's definitely the reason why I'm sitting here. She's here now. I moved her here 3 years ago.
That's really cool.
When she had got sick, I was like, Mom, come on, you got to come here because I'm not moving back home.
Right.
That's not an option anymore.
Right.
This is it. This is it for my life and my career. This is who I am, and I'm not going nowhere. I ain't into money because I already had that. I had a salon back home, so I already had the cars, the houses, the acres. I had all that.
Wow.
I'm not chasing that. So that makes it a little bit easier.
Absolutely.
To be out here. But the greatest thing about this place, Nick, it's the turns. Man, you turn the corner and it be like, boo. You might get, it reminds me of Contra for some reason.
Reminds you of what?
Contra. Remember Contra back in the day? Like, you got your gun and you would ever turn that corner, like, whoa, but you still get to shoot back.
Right.
And you get a lot of life
Very
here.
true.
And they respect you. And the thing is, once LA realizes that you aren't giving up, then they let you in.
That you're here to stay. And they keep seeing your face. Because, it's true when they say out of sight, out of mind.
Oh, my gosh. You can't even go home here 2 weeks.
Yeah, out of sight, out of mind.
Are you available for such and such? Yeah. No. Then your agent be like, I thought you were out of town. Like, that was 6 months ago.
Right,
I've been back.
Right.
Like,
got to stay in the loop.
It's the greatest. This is the place, if you want to grow up.
Yeah. If
you just want to grow up, period, move to L.A.
Yeah.
If you think you're a grown person, move here.
The truth shall set you free.
Nigga, move here. So when you see somebody in the game...
And it's expensive.
DC's expensive too, but...
DC's expensive too.
So it's kind of like, I ain't worried about that.
All major cities are kind of relative, you know what I mean?
But the thing is to see somebody that's here for 30 years in this business and still going. Because this is not just 30 years
Trust
of
me,
stuff.
I would be lying to you if I didn't tell you there was ups and downs, peaks and valleys. This entertainment business is a roller coaster.
Yeah.
I would be lying to you in any other famous person or anybody that's made it will tell you we all had thoughts in the back of our heads of giving up. And when I say giving up, I'm not talking about on life. I'm talking about with this business. Like, will you doubt yourself? Am I doing the right thing? Or, damn, should I, it didn't get to where you wanted it to be. So does that mean no? But that's when you can really, and you have to rely on your background and your support system.
Yeah.
And in my case, by me getting married and having children and having a beautiful wife and kids.
1 second, I got a question.
It just became
before
the best
you segue
thing ever.
to that. This was my question.
Okay.
What would you throw away, love or money?
Oh, absolutely money. Because love is so much stronger, and I feel like love, and when I say love, in my case, it's weird. Being an entertainer, yeah, you know a lot of people. You know a million people, but that doesn't matter. The older you get, the more successful you get, the smaller your circle becomes. And I used to always hear men say this, but now I'm that dude going, man, ain't nothing more important to me in my life than my wife and kids. I love my family, but they're the ones I see every day. They're the ones that depend on me. They're the ones, I used to always hear athletes, I'm a big sports fanatic. I used to always hear pro athletes go, man, you could have lost by 30 last night. You could have lost 2 Super Bowls in a row. But when you go home and you see, Daddy, they don't know shit about none of this.
They don't care.
They love you, and it's that unconditional love. And you go, man, what am I tripping about? I got these beautiful faces right here that love and depend on me and my beautiful wife. And, man, it's the greatest feeling. So it really helps balance.
Yeah.
I could have a bad day, or I could have a bad set, or not get an audition, or something, a meeting not go right, or I didn't get picked up for this movie, or that pitch didn't go. Man, when I get home, it makes me feel like, man, I did something right.
You're a king.
Yeah, man.
You get home, kids don't understand what God's on or that. Yeah. You're your kid's God. Mm-hmm. Think about that.
I say it's my greatest accomplishment.
Yeah.
Yeah, TV and movies and money and fame, that's all good and great. But my greatest credits is Halo, Legend, and Trust.
I did not.
And my beautiful wife, Brazy.
Hey, you know what? I did not know y'all had another baby, though.
Yeah, we had a little pandemic,
During the pandemic, huh?
Nigga was born with a mask on. He was born with a mask on. We were going to name him COVID, but he was born August 3rd, 2020. Talking like middle of the pandemic.
Wow.
Nigga, I got stories.
Is he way faster than the other two? Is it true what they say about the pandemic? But is it true what they say about the pandemic babies?
What they say?
That they say that basically these pandemic babies are like doing things that other babies just would never do.
Man, I don't feel like it had anything to do with the pandemic. I just feel like him being the baby, he's just learning all day, every day, and 10 times faster than the first baby. 5 times faster than the second baby, because all he has is examples all day.
That was me.
He's just watching whatever the big brother does, whatever the little sister does, whatever mommy's doing, whatever daddy's doing. And then I have the greatest mother-in-law on the planet, Rosie, my wife's mama, and she's the greatest.
Shout out to Rosie.
Shout out to Rosie.
We wouldn't be able to do without you, Rosie.
We call her Rose. Good example. Me and my wife are going to our early Valentine's dinner tonight.
Wow.
Who's going to watch the babies?
Rose. Aunt Rose, we love you.
Yeah, because I hear all the stories about people, not being able to find nannies.
Yeah.
People, you don't want to trust people with your kids.
Yeah.
And people that don't want nannies, man, you just know she is in great hands with grandma. You know what I mean?
Perfect.
So it makes it easier for us as parents.
I remember when you first got married.
I do, too.
I remember meeting your wife for
August
the first
31st,
time.
2014.
I remember meeting your wife. That
Where did you meet my wife?
You brought her to the comedy show.
Where? She's been to so many.
I think I met her at Tisha had a room.
Yeah. Oh, Zen, I remember that. Yeah.
Yep. You brought her.
And my wife, you know what I love about my wife? I'm just gonna be honest, because everybody asks, was she an actress? They thinking, she was a model. She's an actress. You met not at fucking all with no desire. My wife don't even have social media. She ain't even on Instagram. That wasn't her.
She's so tall and pretty. Yeah, she's just the perfect skin complexion. She is just so gorgeous.
She's the best thing that ever happened to me.
I often say, how did he land her?
Nigga jokes. Jokes and an extremely active penis. So look,
Mom.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, Mama, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, she gets pregnant when I shake her hand 3 times.
I see.
No, but she's the greatest thing. She was the best thing that ever happened to me.
That's
She
so
comes
dope.
from a great family.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't want to be in the entertainment. My wife is my manager.
Aww.
My wife, it got to be to the point where, she went to college.
Yeah.
She got a degree in business and all that. I went to college for 20 minutes. Shit didn't work for me. But she just literally, it just gradually happened where next thing you know, she's handling all my contracts. She's handling, 40 cities a year doing stand-up, my hotel, my travel, she's just an amazing black woman. And then boom, next thing we have kids. Now she's the momager. She's my manager, but she manages my daughter. And now my daughter, she just booked her first national commercial.
Dang, yes, come on through national commercial.
Have you heard of the Great Wolf Lodge?
Yes, I love the Great Wolf Lodge where all the kids go.
It
and we
is
get to,
huge.
My best friend took. Wait a minute, I was gonna say my best friend took me there. Okay, she took her kids there and
Right.
told me to meet her there. She paid for everything. We was swimming. I
We
love that
had
place.
no clue how huge
Oh, I love
the
that
Great
place.
Wolf Lodge is. So she's got the national campaign, and they just called her a week ago and want her to be the national, all their print ads. So every Great Wolf Lodge you go to in America, when you walk in the lobby, you're going to see billboards. You're going to see Halo, Alexandria Thomas.
First of all,
So she's modeling and doing TV
first
now.
of all, if your name is Halo, it's no way you cannot win.
Man, she is
Come
my
on,
little
that is like
angel.
an angel. It's stuck.
And when she was delivered
Oh, I'm
in the
about to
delivery
cry.
room.
Oh,
In the delivery room,
you
while
saw the
she's
Halo.
coming out, we are bumping Beyonce's song. The
I can see
OBGYN,
your
shout out to
halo.
Candace, our OBGYN that has delivered all our children.
No, she didn't.
She delivered all 3 babies.
Candace,
It's
shut
giving
up.
it's giving me like chills right now talking about. She's like, this is the first time, and I've delivered thousands of babies. She's like, this is my first time delivering babies with music bumping in the background. In the delivery room while my wife is cut open like gigantic blood all over the place. And she was like, I brought my pill, my Beats by Dre pill. Shout out to Dr. Dre, thank you. And shout out to Beyonce. Beyonce, when I see you again, yeah, that's the reason my daughter's name is
I
Halo.
can see your halo.
And the song was bumping, and they let us play the music while she was being delivered.
That's so dope.
So it just kind of brought not tears. I was crying like a baby that day because it was
She
my
was
first
so
baby.
adorable.
Yeah, and my first daughter.
And
so.
it was a daughter. Oh, because they say if you have a little girl, it's because you need to mature. And they say if you have a little boy, it's because you need love.
Well, I was a wild.
They said it for a woman though. I don't know what it is for a
Well,
man.
I'm just gonna tell you like this. I was a wild and crazy nigga in these Hollywood streets. Being young and famous and being on TV and movies. But my wife knows I was a junior porno star. And before I met her, everybody knows I was a wild and crazy nigga in these streets.
What does that mean, guys? What's the
Junior porno means you're not exactly Mr. Marcus or Lexington Steele on camera, but nigga behind closed doors, you hear me. You understand me.
I need his wife to call in and say, "Boy,
Do you know what the
okay."
Wayans?
No,
you know what the Wayans family used to call me before I got married?
What?
Nigga, they used to call me Al XXX.
You
Shout out to Marlon and Sean.
Oh my gosh.
Trust me, Jamie Foxx. They all know how wild I was. But it was time in my life.
It was time to settle down.
It was time.
How old was you though?
I was a nigga in my 30s, acting. When I tell you, I could do this right now. I'm just gonna do it for you. It's a joke that I usually do off stage with friends when I'm telling the story. But I'm just gonna tell you how crazy it was. And this is just the only example you're gonna get. Okay, this is how crazy I was. I was that nigga on all these TV shows, all these movies. Say me, Jamie Foxx, let's say Ray Lewis, let's say Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle. Say we were walking into a club and let's just say 2001 or 2, right? And we're in the lobby. We haven't even walked in the club yet. You're the baddest bitch on the planet. You.
Thank you.
Nigga, you're so goddamn gorgeous. Like, nigga, everybody's looking like, God damn, right? But what I need you to do for me is literally come up to me and just go like, oh my God, like, Alex Thomas, can I fucking tell you, you're like the funniest motherfucker in the world. I love you. I've seen all your movies, all your TV shows. Now, I'm with a bunch of stars, but she just picked my little funny midget ass out, right? Oh my God, you're funny. Let me tell you how cold-blooded I was with these bitches, okay? and how I didn't waste any time. Okay? So we're just going to act it out. I just walked in the lobby. We ain't walked in the club yet. You're fine as shit. You're fucking incredible. And just come up to me and say it to me. All right? This, for everybody watching, my nigga, this is how I used to
We're
go hard.
auditioning for the
This is how I used to go hard in the paint.
Thomas
You ready?
Movie.
All right, go for it.
Oh my God, Alex, you are my favorite.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Oh
you.
my God, you are so funny. I've seen you in everything.
Oh my God.
Fresh Prince, you was like my favorite.
Thank you.
are-
Thank you.
I can't even believe. Oh my, look at you in person and everything.
Wow, I appreciate that.
Oh, God.
Let's get out of here. Let's go. This is over, and you and me. I'm at the Ritz-Carlton. Let's go.
Oh,
Nigga, when I tell you, I didn't waste no time.
you was like, oh, you want
Why,
to fuck?
why are we still here?
You want to fuck?
Yeah,
That's
why,
all.
why,
you just
what do I need to go into the club and do the Running Man for?
No.
What I need to? I
Why
drink
you
with these
need to
niggas all the time.
why you need to entertain anybody in there?
Why-
Nobody
who was-
feels like that anyway. Come on, let's go.
Why would I walk in here with these niggas?
Why?
Y'all know what I'll be. I'm at the W, nigga, across the street. What's your name again? Let's get out of here.
Hi, and you
Yeah.
know what? You're so beautiful. Come on, let's just go.
And that's
let's
how
go get something to
easy-
eat. Let's go get something to eat.
Yeah, that's how easy it was.
And you know,
And that's how crazy. And that's in every city in America.
yeah, of
And I
course.
wasn't even the superstar.
I'm telling you, I was talking about this on stage yesterday. How the difference between these damn Instagram models and how we were back in the day as hot girls. We didn't even talk about it. Like nobody even would know that I smashed this dude or that dude. When they came in town, I was the girl they called. She the cool girl. She the fun girl.
That's
nobody.
right.
We didn't talk about it, and you
Yeah.
damn sure didn't give it to
Yeah.
nobody. You giving
Yeah.
them your whole ass free. Like we would get the dude would buy it. Like you.
Right.
You buy. I'm gonna tell you what you did. Whether you want to admit it or not. You nicely took her out to eat. You might go buy her a Louis Vuitton bag or something just cause. And then we went to the hotel room. We both knew what the hell was gonna happen. Period. I'm leave some money on the nightstand. You know what you had to do. I mean, it's just what it was.
Right.
And then that was
just
it.
a tip for your services.
Thank you.
And you were great.
And that was it.
Yeah.
And I got a new bag. Got a couple grand. You know, and I did it all over again the next fucking weekend.
JONCEA, you are funny as
I'm
fuck.
just saying these new hoes, like, there's no
Yeah.
reason why Drake should have to
I
put
know.
hot sauce in a condom.
Yeah.
Bitch, nobody was trying to get pregnant back then. Are you kidding me? Them niggas really wouldn't want you then.
Right.
Why are you trying to have somebody's baby?
Yeah.
Hell no, girl.
JONCEA, what it is nowadays is, it's literally, I hate to say it, it's a non-talented generation. A lot of them, not all of them. So nobody think I'm not
Yeah.
talking about everybody's
Yeah.
not talented. But what happens is, if you're not talented but you want to get famous somehow, some way, social media can make it happen. So therefore, you put everything out there. Okay, do you honestly think that 500,000 of these little rapper niggas, that every goddamn clip, every post is the nigga holding $1 million in a Bugatti or a camera? It's all the epitome of fake it till you make it. Now, if he doesn't post his little life savings in his pocket, if he doesn't post his fake $20,000 Rolex, you're gonna think he's nothing. Our generation was really do something first before you do that. This generation is, nah, nigga, I live in my mama's house. I'm sleeping on the couch, but I can fuck around and get either some fake money or ask the homie to let me carry his stack. Can I wear your watch too? And let me sit in the Bugatti just to do this video. Nigga, it's only like a 30-second clip. That could get him some pussy. That little fake watch, the fake flashing the money, my new Lambo, that's enough for 10 bitches to slide in this and get some pussy. Now, we know it was all a lie. She's gonna find out real quick, nigga, where's the Bugatti?
Especially when she
Where's-
gets pregnant by his broke ass.
But it's a vicious cycle. So it's you get what I'm saying? The chicks out here. Unfortunately, you got hate to say I haven't mentioned names today, but you got the Amber Roses out there. You got the Black Chynas out there. You got the Kim Kardashians out there that say, bitch, you could be a hoe and blow up also. We have paved the way that you could literally have not an ounce of fucking talent.
But no,
but
that's
that
the
coochie
truth.
can get you a Bugatti
But
and a
the
shopping spree
difference
and a baby.
But the difference between now and then, we knew that too.
Yeah.
We knew that, but you didn't say it. You didn't put it out there. Like every celebrity's first baby mama was an Amber Rose, was a hoe.
Right.
We get that.
I mean, they're okay with admitting to being hoes now.
Yeah, no,
And
yeah.
I hate what she did on the whole glamorizing being a slut. The slut walk and the slut this. And just getting chicks out there to be like, shit, I don't sing. I don't rap.
And
I don't have any talent. You know what? But I want a Bugatti. I want an iced-out chain. So it's like you can lie nowadays.
And
you
then
know what I mean?
the thing is, these fake bodies, these fake butts, these fake boobs, these fake stomachs.
It's fake it till you make it.
But it's just so like, I'm coming through with the real body challenge. I'm soon.
You should.
It's just
No,
like,
fuck that soon
y'all
shit. You need
doing-
to stand on it.
Y'all doing
Yeah.
too much, and you're not gaining anything. Now,
And what happens is now we just getting real deep, only because you're bringing it up. And I'm not trying to be. I know we probably gone longer than what you. I'm sorry,
we're
but I'm
actually
having a
5
great
minutes over,
time
but it's
talking
over.
to you.
Yeah, see.
A lot of these chicks, and you tell me if I'm wrong or right. You're a woman. I can't speak on behalf of women. A lot of these chicks at the end of the day, let's just say you got a fake ass, you got fake titties, you fuck 6 rappers this year, you do twerk videos, you're thinking that by putting yourself out there as being a whore is going to find you a husband. It's not.
It's not,
And 98% of them are sad, lonely, no to low self-esteeming women.
Yeah.
Am I lying? So they don't think I'm like, oh, you're just being mean. No, am I telling the truth, black woman? Am I telling the truth?
If you gotta have your titties out, you gotta have your butt out. If you gotta do all of these things to your body
To
feel
get
like
attention?
you have low
Am I right?
self-esteem.
I just needed you to back me up so they don't say, he's a hater.
I stood on the stage yesterday and was like, this is the body of a person with very high self-esteem. I need you to look at it.
How are you supposed to? This is me talking as a married man. It's also me talking as a father now. It's like, how do you expect me to respect you? And before I even knew your name, I saw your uterus.
Exactly.
How am I supposed to look at you in what you want me to look you at as, bring you to church, introduce you to my mother, treat you with respect, where I saw your fallopian tubes on 32 of your posts? How can you fix your lips to tell me I'm classy and I'm not that type of girl? Really? Well, according to your timeline,
let's go.
You were in Chris Brown's pool party the other night. I think that's the 3rd. Okay, I'll see the video. You twerked for all 7 of the niggas. Okay, and then let's swipe back to the 3rd, and the Lakers were in town, and bitch, your timeline, which you don't really realize, is telling on you.
And do you want? And you think
Stop me if I'm wrong, though. I just need them to know that I'm not
you're
lying or
not wrong
bullshitting.
at all. And
Okay.
that's the thing with this generation. It's like somewhere in there we lost them. I don't know if it's us being young mothers, whatever it is, or not like you said, not having a dad, but whatever it is, we have lost this complete generation. They are like free hoes though. Like we were classy. We knew we called ourselves hot girls. We knew we was hoes. We knew we was out there. Look, you came in town. I remember one of my friends, and I ain't gonna say no names.
These chicks will be hoes to get into a pool party.
Nigga. And that's it. I remember one of my friends was pregnant. This bitch ain't know if she was pregnant by. She ain't know who she was pregnant by. I ain't gonna name
I know what you're
3
saying.
different dudes.
Because you know it could have been one of the 3.
She had to have an abortion.
Exactly.
I mean, she was gonna have one
'Cause
anyway.
she couldn't tell you who the father was.
She was like, I don't know who the fuck I'm pregnant by.
She don't know if it was the NFL, the NBA, or the XXL
That
magazine.
part right there.
We don't know if the daddy is a nigga that played on the Chargers, the 76ers, or he got a hit
But
single
one thing
out.
she knew for sure, she got 3 goddamn abortion payments.
Yeah.
She
that's
just
so
reached out to
sad.
3 different dudes. That's sad, but I'm
It's
just
so
saying.
sad,
These
man.
hoes right here don't even get abortion payments. They had a baby.
Yeah.
And be mad.
Well, they have the baby. Again, stop me if I'm wrong. Please stop me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
She had the baby because not talented, no job, no special skills. But by having the baby, I can get a check for 18 years.
And then you get mad when your brother got to fight
Yeah.
for your...
That you don't know him. Well, bitch, you knew him 11 minutes before he ran up in you.
And then you get mad when your brother got to fight for you.
Yeah.
And get beat up in front of everybody.
Right.
Because from the very beginning, you was on some whole trap shit.
JONCEA, let me ask you another quick question as a woman. You're not like this, but you're a funny motherfucker.
I may be.
And you're well-versed. And you will be able to have an answer to me for this one. What makes you think, as a woman, when you hooked up with a star nigga, I'm not going to say football, basketball, baseball, rapper, whatever, you know this nigga got bitches.
All of them.
All of it. How do you fix your mouth, your lips to go, I can't believe you got all these bitches, but you thought what? You just, let's pull out our calendars. You fuck him on Tuesday? You were just the Tuesday night bitch. Where in the timeline or all our paperwork here did you think that yo pussy was gonna stop this nigga that's a star that has bitches in every city? What made you think? I really want to ask him. I want to know, how did you get mad? He fucking around on me, girl. He was fucking around with you. His hit song is called I'm Fucking Around on You.
I know. His hit song is I've Got Hoes in different area codes.
Yeah. What makes them think the nigga's going to stop? I'm asking you. I'm just
First
asking.
of all, they ain't going to stop. That's why you need to be in your place and understand your place.
What it was when you went up to his hotel room that night. Did you think
knew
you were the only one that went to the hotel that night?
We didn't talk about it. This was just your
Because there
role.
was no communication because you don't know each other.
I didn't even know this nigga.
I mean, we're stating the obvious and we're making jokes and laughing, but you understand we're making sense here,
The only
right?
reason why I was able to even get in them because I was the thick girl. Hey, come here, thickness, chocolate. Hey, chocolate. That's how I got a list. Y'all would be like, come on, Johnson, you lying. But I can tell you like this, if I run you know what? Because I'm pretty, I'm not forgettable. So I'm sure they will be like, yo, I know you from because this is somewhere. But this was
so
years.
funny.
This is over 25 years ago.
That is hilarious.
But the fact of the matter is, what disappoints me, I want to like do a class or something. Like, y'all could really get these dudes like you want them. Because they were called, they were only, I had 202,
you should
703,
really do it.
and
Hold on,
301.
can I answer this to my wife right now?
Yeah, go ahead. She like,
Brazy?
What time is it over?
I have you on speaker and I'm on radio, so say hello to JONCEA.
Hi!
We are in the middle of, we're almost finished though, right?
Yeah, we were supposed
I'm
to
actually
finish 12
answering
minutes
this,
ago.
but you're my wife, and I was just in the middle of talking about how you're the greatest thing that ever happened to me.
Really, he did.
Did I not?
You did. You did.
And how my greatest accomplishment, it's called Legend, Halo Trust, and Brazy. Who else did I say is amazing in my house? What's her name?
Her mother, Rosie.
And what do we call her?
Y'all call her Rose.
Nigga.
She's so great.
Did that put a smile on your face?
Yes.
Okay. I'm almost finished here.
Like how long?
No emergencies or anything?
No, but you remember Halo has that audition. So are you gonna take her?
Oh no, I'm taking her. Isn't the audition at 4:00?
No, they changed it because we can't. Our reservations are at 5.
Ooh.
So we can't do it.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm about to be finished because I've been here on this for a while. I am off of Winnetka, off the 101. So it's 12:33 right now.
No, it's 12:41.
So I'll try to be home in 30 minutes. Is that cool?
Okay, let me ask them. Okay.
Yeah, because I got to come from and I'll just pull up outside the house.
Okay.
All right, bye.
You see how LA works? Everything changes.
And
But
you see how you got to check in with your
and
wife?
you know what, though?
You see how we learn how to balance?
Alex Thomas.
My daughter has that audition, so I got to get
Let
there.
me grab that bottle of poppies right quick.
Poppies.
Y'all.
I don't drink brown, but it looks like it's good.
Shout out to everyone in the chat.
Yeah.
I see you guys. Thank you so much for
Oh, people have
chiming
been
in
watching us the whole time?
and talking the whole time.
Why were we not talking to them?
Because we were just talking.
Were they
Sometime
really-
I talk to them.
were they enjoying this?
Big time. Hey, I
This is
love
on
you.
Instagram?
Love you. This is on YouTube. Say it again,
How
brother.
many people been watching us?
Krista.
Huh? Oh, that's some good shit.
Yeah. Hello,
Okay.
everyone. Alex Thomas is a legend. Yes, JONCEA. Come on through, girl. Amen. I love the realness on this show. Hey, that's Dale.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like,
I
shout
want
out to
JONCEA
every
to
single
win,
person.
and she's gonna
Why
win.
somebody's just said that? I want JONCEA to win.
That's because you are as real as they get, and I had so much fun.
Yes.
This is incredible. Thank you for having me on the show.
Thank you.
They can follow me at Funny Man Alex Thomas. My podcast is blowing up. I need to have you on my show.
Yes, I'm here
It's
for it.
The Funny Don't Stop Show at The Funny Don't Stop Show. You can catch me on Spotify, iTunes, iHeart, wherever you find podcasts.
Hey. And
make sure you watch my animated series on Netflix right now. It's called Motown Magic. We are #1, and we're the only black animated series on Netflix right now. And my character's name is Jimmy Mack. I'm a red 1965 convertible Cadillac on every single episode. If you have kids between 1 and 10-year-old, we're the #1 animated series with black children in America right now, between 1 and 10.
Let me get that for Bean. I be needing new stuff for her to watch.
The what?
Kanisha's daughter Bean, when she come over, I be needing.
Man,
new
I
stuff
hope
for her
she
to
watches
watch.
it already.
Man, I hope so too.
It's
But
called
if not, we're gonna start
Motown
watching
Magic.
it today. Believe
Absolutely.
That. Believe that.
And my character name is Jimmy Mack.
All right.
And it's executive produced by Smokey Robinson.
Let's go. Let's go. Hey, y'all. Thank you for tuning in, man. Watch this. Repost it. I mean, follow
Happy
Alex
Valentine's
on
Day to
everything.
everybody, too.
Yes, y'all.
And the Rams will win the Super Bowl.
Be safe. And if the Rams win or lose, be safe.
They gonna win.
These people
God
from
damn
LA,
it.
so, but thank you, Alex, so
Thank
much.
you for having
I'm
me.
coming around.
Appreciate
I know you
it.
gotta go.
Man, right now.
Get y'all some poppies. I'm posting on this. This is my homegirl has her own new bourbon. We're about to be at the Taste of Soul in a couple hours.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a whole booth of this, so come on down.
Pull up.
We'll talk about this later. We didn't have enough time to promote this today, but this. I don't drink, and it goes down so smooth it doesn't burn. her slogan is the bourbon without the burn. So
Perfect.
There you
I'll
go.
put the
Talk
link in
about
the
that.
description for the fans if you guys want to check it out. And shalom.
Shalom. Love y'all.
Peace.
Thank y'all. See y'all next week.
The funny don't stop.
The funny don't stop.
Classic cut. That's it.
That was so fun.